Welcome back to SA Live. Well, this Money Monday, love is in the air. Did you know that nearly 6 million couples are likely to get engaged on Valentine's Day? But before you get married, or even if you've been married for years, it's always a good idea to discuss finances with your partner because money can tend to break up marriages. And here with some great financial advice for married couples is Brooklyn Chandler Willie, CEO and founder of Texas Financial Advisory. Happy Valentine's Day. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
All right. So communication, of course, is important in everything, but especially between couples about finances, right?
Right. And so, logically, we have two people coming into a marriage. They were raised differently with money. Maybe they have different experiences. Some's bringing debt, some's not. How you spend, so it's just about communication. There's no one right way to do it. And so, again, it's good to start off on the right foot. That way we don't have any sort of, hard feelings about money or secrets about money.
Right. Transparency, probably a good thing.
Exactly.
Okay. What about couples that combine accounts? Also, how do they go about budgeting and setting those goals?
Right. And again, depending on the stage in your life and your age, whether you're in your 20s, you're in your 50s, you're in your 70s, we're looking down the road, right? 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the road. So if you're 70, that makes you 100. And we want to back into that so that we can kind of say, okay, are you saving enough? If you have debt, how are you paying that off? And, are there different ways to save money, whether it's through your work accounts or outside your work accounts? Will you have any windfalls of money, maybe an inheritance or some sort of large lump sum coming your way? How are you going to plan for that so you don't blow it?
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned, of course, setting those goals and, planning for even retirement, right?
Yes.
So when should couples start planning for, yesterday, right?
Yeah,
5 years
and
ago.
Again, we at Texas Financial Advisory, we see all types, right? So it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It's about how we're going to do it moving forward. And it doesn't mean you're going to do it perfectly either, right? So you just have to give yourself some grace. But the point is just to keep moving forward, taking it step by step, baby steps.
Right.
Right.
And find what works for you, baby steps. Okay.
Most definitely.
So what other things should married couples kind of think about or review regularly?
Well, if you are married or getting married, you need to have these estate planning documents like your will. Maybe you need a trust. If you have children, we need to have a conversation about that. If something happens to you, who's going to take care of your kids? You want to talk about your medical power of attorneys, your financial power of attorneys, the directive to physician. So these are all documents that you don't necessarily have to do every single year, but they are important to get in place because if you don't have something in place, the state of Texas has it worked out for you, and it may not be exactly the way you want things. Yeah.
Okay, and it's of course also beneficial to speak to a financial professional, right?
Yeah, and it's important to figure out what type of financial professional works for you, right? And so there's different financial professionals that focus just in insurance or just in the stock market. At Texas Financial Advisory, we are fiduciaries. We work directly for clients, and we work in both worlds of the insurance and the stock market. We also provide the tax planning and the estate planning, so it's truly holistic and comprehensive for each and every person.
All right, there's the information up on the screen. Just call 210-530-1292 or visit texasfinancialadvisory.com. Brooklyn, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.